Good day, folks. I hope we're all doing all right. I hope we're all doing well. Welcome to the Freetown Talk Show, where I bring you nothing but the truth. I am your host, Abby, and today is another day for another dollar and another movie review. I had the opportunity of hosting the red carpet for the movie premiere of The Syko, and today we're doing the review. However, we're going to do things a little differently. We're actually going to hear from the audience that were there. We're going to get their immediate response. So that way the director, the producer, Marvick Olu-Jones, will get an idea of what they think he can improve on. And also the actors and actresses that were involved in the movie. So I want you guys to stay tuned. Let's hear from the audience and see what they thought about the movie. Stay tuned. I'll be right back.
Now we're here with you, sir. Can you tell us, I really want to know what your input is as to what the actors, the producers, and the people behind the scenes can improve on.
Well, first of all, I thought the movie technically was very good for an independent film.
Right.
The only concern I had was some sound and technical issues that were going on, but I think that will be overcome by them doing more films and getting better equipment. Other than that, I was caught up with it.
Right.
I was caught up with it, and the ending was a bomb.
Right. I know, because
I'm not sure whether I want to be mad.
Right, exactly. It's like he played with your emotions.
Yeah, he did.
He really did.
It was very good.
I really, because at the end I was expecting something else, and
Right.
then he just stopped everything.
Right, I'm not going to say what it is because I won't spoil it for anyone else, but I will have to pursue it a little further to find out what happened.
Right. And one last question. What do you think about the storyline?
I thought the storyline was good. I had some preliminaries to it. However, how it was introduced probably was a little too quick for me. I probably would have liked to seen it build on it just a little more, maybe 10 minutes more before, the big bomb drops on what's it all about. Yeah.
Right.
But other than that, I thought it was great. And it held my attention.
That's good. Thank you.
And plus, I'm a sleeper and I didn't fall asleep.
Oh, well, look at that. He did not fall asleep. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you.
No problem.
So, guys, I'm here again with another producer. I interviewed him earlier, and I want to get your input on the movie since you just watched it. I want your raw emotions on what you think the actor, the producers, and everybody who's behind this movie, what do you think they can improve on?
I mean, the storyline was great. Mm-hmm. I was fascinated on my seat.
Right.
One of the things I told you earlier on was I love watching upcoming people when they do films, and one of the girls that played the wife, I was like, wow, she can act, because for somebody to play a certain role,
right.
There's a particular scene that I love so much that when he was lying there and then the guy had to take the underwear off.
I know.
I was like, it takes an actress to do that, so it was very good. In other words, like I said, I'm a film producer.
Right. That's why we want your input.
The story was good, like I said earlier on. There are certain things when you do film which you need to know. It's not about you. The film, one person cannot do it alone.
Right.
That's the problem we have, And the correction that I see, I know Mavis will work on them, because those are things I would say, those are the mistakes we make.
Right.
When we do film, we should have at least try to have your stylish, your makeup, everything. Don't do it alone, because once you do it alone,
it's going to be hectic.
it's going to be so crazy. And I see so many things that I did in my past in this film. So, I believe we'll work on it and see how far we go with it.
Right. Thank you again for your input. And I feel like this will help, this should help in pushing the industry forward when we are able to digest the truth and tell each other what we can improve on. What do you think about that?
You're absolutely right. For me, I don't take anything personal when somebody criticizes my movie. I've done a film where I put big Nollywood stars in it, and they still criticize the movie. The guy was even saying that people should not even buy the movie, they should rent the movie. But, that's his opinion. No biggie. I don't care.
Well, thank you so much for your opinion. I appreciate you coming out and supporting this movie tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Freetown Talk.
You're welcome. Hi guys, I'm here again with another supporter who just watched the movie. Nick, right? I remember your name.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so did you see the entire movie?
Yes, I did.
I want to ask you, what do you think about the storyline?
I think the storyline it was really simple to follow,
Right.
especially with you're learning just how much of a front the first marriage put
Right.
out to everyone else, really, and then once the scenes got more in depth, you saw just how crazy this guy was.
Right.
So
He was,
it was
he was really crazy to me. Like, some parts I couldn't believe. Like,
oh yeah, it was pretty intense to watch
Right.
at some points, but I mean it was overall a good performance.
right. And what do you think the actors or actress or the director, the producer, what do you think they can improve on?
So, in terms of what I believe they can improve on, it's not really them,
Right.
because their performances were well. It was well played out. They did what their roles.
Right.
The only thing though is that they need equipment,
Right.
and there was some scenes where you could tell the lack of equipment didn't deliver such a strong performance as they could have been.
Right.
And the other thing, which is my personal view, is the lack of a supporting cast.
Right.
Because a lot of these actors are of African descent. I'm assuming it's Sierra Leone, right?
Right. Right. You're
So
correct.
I hope I'm not.
You're correct. You're good.
But, and for the officers per se, in real life, if they are of a different descent, you're going to have other officers that are going
Right.
to completely smack talk them,
Right.
and they're going to be put down on a lower level.
Right.
And you had one of the actresses, the one who played Isabella, who was comic relief. She was a great supporting actress. She gave a more American fundamental to
Right.
that movie because
And
you
I
have-
saw that. I actually picked up on that.
right, and you have this atmosphere of this area, this neighborhood is of all African descent.
Right.
But you insert characters like Isabella in there, and you show that this is America, this is a different
This is a
culture,
different land, a
and you
different-
combine the two.
Right.
And I felt that the lack of supporting cast of mainly whether or not they were American roles or people from China or
Right.
Syria or wherever, that lack of diversity in that segment, that it could have, if they had it, it would have strengthened all the actors' performances and the film itself. But other than that, the actors did great.
That's good. So, how many stars from 1 to 5? How many stars can you give it?
Can I give it?
Yes.
Well, hold on.
Based
What kind of scale are
no,
we going
no,
to?
no, no. Based on the acting. Let's just say the equipment, because that's what we're talking about. Some of the parts were not well lit. Some of the parts
So-
were not. What would you give the movie as a whole?
So just to put this out
As
there,
a
first of
whole.
all, as a whole,
Okay.
so to put this out there first, this movie from the get-go, it wasn't a Marvel production. This is not the
Right.
Avengers.
Right.
You don't have all these A-list actors or even B-list actors. This is an independent film
Right.
made by United States Marine who just on his free time is doing this stuff.
Right.
And on that level, I give it a 4. On that level.
Right.
Now you want to talk A-list and all that
Right,
stuff.
That's a different.
They're not there yet because they don't want to. They don't want to be there yet. They want to excel at the independent level
Right.
before they move on to the B-list and A-list level.
Right.
So they're in the right direction. I think they did very well.
That's good. Thank you again so much for your feedback. I really appreciate it,
No
Nick.
problem.
You have a good night.
You too. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Hey guys, I'm here with the man of the hour, Mr. Marvick Olu Jones. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited. I mean, the project is done. It's out. Everybody's seen it. They give me their reviews and they personally meet me and talk to me what I can improve on and what I can
That's
do to make
good.
things better.
Now, personally, I want to ask you, because I know this can be very nerve-wracking and stressful. How do you feel right now that the movie is out?
I feel relieved. I mean, it's months of work and it's
Right.
actually out today and people actually appreciate it.
Right.
You know, like simple things that were done in the movie. I didn't even expect that people would get it, but they got it.
Right.
So they were able to concentrate on it because most likely in our African films these days, it's hard for people to concentrate on what they're doing in the movie because they're trying to judge the acting because it's bad. But I'm actually impressed by the casting of the movie and every cast pulled up their weight.
Yeah, because
So-
that was going to be my next question.
Okay.
That was going to be my next question. But go
Okay.
ahead.
Yeah, every cast pull out their weight. So whatever quality was, whatever problem that people could have seen, if the cast weren't acting, they didn't see it. So, but the technical guys saw it though. So
So how do you I mean, I don't want to get too much in depth. How do you feel playing Michael? Because Michael is very psychotic, I must say. He is crazy.
Yeah, yes, Michael is crazy. He's beyond crazy.
Beyond.
Tiny thing will just make him pissed off, and then he will just
He's just going to
act
killing spree.
rage. Yeah.
For no reason.
But that's how psychotic people are. Because if you look at the story, there was a part where his family.
Don't give too much away.
Okay, well, that's it. When you see it, you see it.
Right.
Yeah.
But last but not least, what do you think all the actors, the actresses, you as a movie maker, the director, the producer, what do you feel we can all improve on? Everybody.
Well, I feel as if every single person, once you're given the role, the character, you have to study the character, understand the psychology, what makes them tick, what it is that will make that person pissed off, or if he's going to cry or she's going to cry, what emotion they should tap into to play that character.
Right.
You know, not just, oh, I just have a script. Read the entire script, understand the story. The better you understand the story, the better you're able to
You're
act.
able to deliver it.
Yes.
Right. So I want to thank you so much for having me here tonight. I really, really appreciate you. And I think you guys did a wonderful job. I must say that because you guys don't hear it enough. Filmmakers, they don't hear it enough. They critique you guys. You guys are under a lot of pressure. And I want you to know that you did your best tonight. Thank you.
Thank you for coming. I can't wait for your critique.
Yes, and I am going to do a review and I am going to critique this movie just so you know.
No problem. Do your thing.
All right. All right, guys. You heard it here, and I want to wrap this up. Thank you guys so much for coming out and supporting this movie tonight with Marvick Olu Jones, the movie premiere of The Syko. Thank you so much again here with the Freetown Talk Show, where I bring you nothing but the truth. Thank you.
So guys, welcome. Now that you've heard what people had to say, get ready for my pros and cons. I know you guys are ready. Una sidon ye you because me they can't talk me on. I'm gonna give you my pros and cons. Alright? Number one. Let's start with the pros. Number one. I thought the movie was very captivating. It had my attention the whole time. Number two. The performances were believable. All of the actors that were included to me felt like they were just having a normal conversation. So I thought that was a good job. Number three, the script was well written. You can see that there was some research done, especially for Michael's character, the Syko. Number four, the characters to me were well matched. The dynamics between Michael and his wife and then his fiance at the second half of the movie were well matched. And last but not least, number five, to me the envelope was pushed. For example, the part where Michael had to rape his wife, we get to see his ass. We saw his ass, yes we did, we see in ways. Now let's start with the cons, where I bring you nothing but the truth. Number one, the sound and picture. Let's look at that for a second. There was a part where in the movie, Michael's dad, this is where we get to find out how Michael became Syko. There was a part where in the movie, the father took out a gun and pulled the trigger, okay? And I didn't hear the sound effect that was supposed to go with the trigger. So that right there, that was a big no for me. And in the picture, to me, it wasn't as crispy as I would have loved it to be. It wasn't as clearer as I would have loved it to be, at least the first half of the movie. Number two, okay? Some scenes to me could have been edited better because I felt like some scenes were a little too long. Because I don't need to watch you drink the same juice over and over 3 times. You know, that could have been done a little bit more better. To my opinion. Number three, baby, the color correction could have been done better as well. You know, I saw some blues and some yellows. Some of you all may think I don't have any idea about cinematography, but I do. At least a little bit, I do. And then number four, the lack of diversity. If we're going to have an American-based African movie, we need to see some diversity in there, you know, because we are shooting this movie in America. And the cops, you know, or the restaurant, we could have seen at least some different race or different diversity in the movie. You know what I mean? So the lack of diversity there, we need to take a look at that and try to bring different aspects and different dynamics in our movies. And then number five, reality check. Reality check. I just had to go there. Okay, there's a scene in the movie where the fiance of Michael, his second life, his second girlfriend who became his fiance. There's a scene where in the movie she got the news that her mom passed away. That girl didn't even cry. She did not cry. She just, she just frowned her face a little bit, and I thought that could have been better because she did so well, and I wanted more from her. I wanted more emotions out of her. I wanted her to cry. I wanted her to sob, and I wanted to see that emotion of someone who just lost their mother. So that right there for me could have been better. And also there was a part where one of the characters went out for a run and came back home. She was not sweaty at all, because that's something you would expect. When somebody goes out for a run, you would expect them to be sweaty, their hair is all messed up and nappy, because that's something that's normal. I didn't see that at all. She came back dry as the desert, okay? But I think those are the things that the directors, the producers need to hear from us, the audience. Because if you're going to make a movie, you're making it for us. You're making it for us to be your critics, honestly. So those are some things that I thought could have been worked on better. This is the Freetown Talk Show, where I bring you nothing but the truth. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.